Joyce, thank you so much for coming to our show. We're thrilled to have you here. This is your third time in Beijing. What strikes you the most this third time around?
I love it here. What I have found here, I was just in Shanghai and now in Beijing, still this vivacious pulse here that I remember from years before. And it's been thrilling for me to be back.
Let's talk about this project, the Eden Project. You said the goal of this project is to tell the story of paradise, of being inundated and flooded with love and beauty, of nature in its most extraordinary balance.
Yeah.
What is Eden to you today?
This project of Eden came really out of my love of nature, my love of being in nature, and seeing how it has inspired the great composers and poets of the past. And I decided to pour my energy in this project into reminding people through this great music and this great poetry that's been written over the last centuries about how nurturing nature is to us. And I feel like a lot of our problems in humanity is that we've become imbalanced. We've gotten out of that perfect rhythm that exists in the natural world, the harmony that exists in the natural world and that exists in music. And I love smashing those two together and putting it to the audience and going, we're participating in this. We don't just have to be sort of a victim to the world around it. Let's participate and build something beautiful right now.
I absolutely loved what you said before in this one quote that you said it was one of your favorite quotes. It's about the opposite of war is not peace, but creation. War is about destruction.
Yeah.
And yet the opposite of destruction is not peace. It is creation.
It's creation.
When you understand that the world is all about recycling, creating, and recycling at the same time, and for us to find balance is when we find the peace in between the two of them. Mm-hmm. In our education, art has often come as secondary to math and sciences. This is also reflective of where art stands in our day-to-day life in society. But if you look at the caveman paintings, there was art before there was technology. I'm just curious, what would the world look like if there was no art, but the most advanced technology and wealth per capita in the known universe?
I'm not so sure we're too far away from that. Art, in the big sense, is what gives voice to our essence. And I think because that is not being nurtured in general in society, we're having to fill it from the outside. I've had encounters looking at a painting or hearing a piece of music going, that's what I feel, or that's what I want. As a receiver, those things are important. But what I think is even more important is the creator of art.
I know you've always wanted to become a teacher. And of course, you discovered your potential as a singer later on when you were in college. But I thought your father was the wisest man in telling you that there is more than one way to teach.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who are not sure of themselves, who are doubtful. If there is just one lesson, just one thing you could teach today, what would it be?
I just finished a new opera called The Hours, and I played the role of Virginia Woolf. If Virginia Woolf had never started that novel, we wouldn't have the novel Mrs. Dalloway. We wouldn't have the book The Hours by Michael Cunningham. We wouldn't have the film The Hours, and we wouldn't have the opera. All because Virginia Woolf, she decided to put pen to paper. And so my advice to any young person is write it, sing it, say it, express it. Write it because it exists within you and the world needs to hear it. Just put it onto paper.
You're one of the few singers who doesn't come across as being a singer, because to me, you are so many things and you have so much energy and so many things you want to share with the world. And you do so beautifully through your voice, through singing, without insisting on being a diva. So who is Joyce Didonada today?
Today, I'm somebody who's really passionate about empowering other people to connect and to reignite the light inside that we all have. I love being on the world stage and really hoping that I am bringing a lot of good into the world.
You do that so beautifully.
I hope. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joyce.
Oh, Julian, thank you. I loved this.